these videos in just a moment, but they're quite disturbing. It shows groups of students in the hallways and bathrooms punching, stomping each other. Now, Nikki Moore, she says that she's concerned about her daughter's safety. She says her daughter has become an innocent target and she's being punished because of it.
They're disgusting.
At Smith Hill Middle School, Nikki Moore says the out-of-control children are the ones who are really in control.
She's coming home every day showing me a fight from Snatch.
She says the proof is in this video. This one. And this one. Students fighting, no teachers or adults in sight, and an audience of students looking on.
I do know there is an officer in the building. I don't know how many, but even having an officer in the building still does not prevent what's happening in the building.
Her daughter is one of the girls fighting in this video. She says her daughter was followed, taunted, then attacked, while other students cheered and recorded a full minute before they were broken up.
And she's currently suspended right now for a fight with a girl she didn't even know, don't even know her name, first or last name. The girl walked up to her and told her, hey, I want to fight you.
While she says the problems have been going on for some time, a Hickman Mills spokesperson tells Fox 4 they don't tolerate violent behavior and will continue to investigate allegations of physical contact, but no clear way of how they will turn things around.
There is no fear because there are no consequences.
They're all going on social media.
Meanwhile, Nikigio and her husband say the district can and needs to do more.
Involving my child, I don't think she's safe even attending the school because you don't know if someone's going to pick a fight with you or you got to, I mean, I don't want her going to school looking over her shoulder every day.
And she says her daughter went to administrators at the school about threats and fighting, and nothing was done about it. They say that she was also suspended previously for recording video of other children fighting. Now, they say suspension is not the answer, especially for children who are caught in the middle of all this fighting that is going on. They say it leads to a lot more learning loss that is already an issue since last year when students were working virtually. Now, they say something needs to be done about this, and they want the district to find a better way to handle this issue. Sharifa Jackson, Fox 4.
Joyful rise, great afternoon, and great evening wherever you are. This is Deanna, aka Mrs. Jones, aka Lady Ariel. Now, this episode right here, you understand, it really hits home. You understand in so many ways. You guys see the title. You understand? But first of all, Mr. Jones and I would love to give thanks to all the people who have continued to support us. You understand? Who are liking our channel, subscribing, commenting, sharing, and etc. You understand? And hitting those notification bells for future vids. So there's going to be a part 2 to this. You know, I'm going ahead and I'm doing part 1 right now. But in part 2, Mr. Jones, he's going to chime in. You understand? But here, I've been hearing lately from my siblings, you understand, and seeing it, clearly it's in the news, you know what I'm saying, about fighting in school and nonsense in school. It started with my brother and my niece, you know, telling about how the students are in class when the teacher is trying to teach. You understand? I don't know if some of you guys know about what's going on in these school classrooms, but I know for sure the phone situation has went to a whole nother level. There's no way that a teacher should be trying to teach your child or relative or whatever the case is, or even mine, and then a student has their phone out playing music. You understand? And not just playing any music, playing this song called Balls in Your Jaws. Now, not only that, because my brother and my niece have told us, you know, how disturbing it is to try to learn in class and all they hear is balls in your jaws. Like, that's not cool. And then the teacher just says, turn it off or don't do nothing. Not only that, profanity. Like, these children are so loose with those lips. Do you understand? That is ridiculous. As if administration has gotten soft, trying to be their friend. Some are afraid to say something. So now I'm going to speak on I own experiences with working at Smith Hill before they change locations, you understand. And then we will talk about the current Smith Hill location, the current situation that's going on now. Now, being that I work for Local Investment Commission, which is a before and after school program, you understand, which is assisting parents, that part, guardians, whomever, need that extra time to get their children early to school or to be able to pick them up later, right? So when I started working there, I worked at many different schools. This was the first time I worked with middle schoolers, you understand? I normally had been working at an elementary school. So you know how that is, divine timing is everything, and then you move up a notch, you move to another level. And that's what the Most High was telling I, like, you know, it's time to move up with the older children. So I did that. So as I started attending there, I seen some of the old staff members from Hickman Mills High School, which is a high school that I attended in the school year 2003 to 2007. And so I was glad to see them. I'm like, okay, let's see how things go. I'm seeing new faces and etc. Now, the link office was inside of the gymnasium. So we had to pass through their gym class in order to get to our office. And there would be times that I would witness particular behaviors, especially the time that I came in was normally when they would be having girls' gym on one side and boys' gym on the other. I've had to, now these students who know who I am, I was known as Miss Ty back then. Miss D, Miss Deanna, whatever the case is, mostly Miss Ty. And so they know I'm the teacher that came through with the locks and the colorful socks, and I'm coming in with all type of joyous expression, and I'm excited, and I'm just coming through every day greeting them. Even if they were not my students from Link, I still greeted them, talked with them, etc. You understand? When I seen one look like they needed someone to talk to, I talked to them. That's why I'm still cool with some to this day. Do you understand? This is when they were 12 and 13, and a lot of them are like 18 now and about to be 19. So I'm passing through the class, and I had to talk to them because, yes, their teacher was a vanilla sister, you understand? And they thought that they can kind of say whatever they want to and act however. And so I had to talk with them about the behavior, about how they were acting as young ladies, how they should be, how they should want to be, desire to be. The teacher thanked I for doing that. You understand? Anytime I come in there and I talk with them or whatever, she was open and cool with it. Because I wasn't coming here to take over her class. See, as the generation I'm from, I'm born in 88, baby. 88 the great. You understand? So the way I was raised with the manners, respect, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes thank you, no thank you, all of those things. And so when I see children being disrespectful for those who don't understand, that eggs I, that itches I in a way that is not too cool to like, what? My ears burn when I hear children cussing like they paying bills and groaning out here just doing it. You understand? That burns I ears. So I'm gonna say something. I'm not gonna let you slip and slide. I'm not gonna like, hey, excuse me, watch your mouth, please. And I say it respectfully. I don't come at them sideways. You understand? I show that it's passion, but it's with love. Because I truly love each and every one. You understand? Another situation was at the school dance, right? We came in early a few times to chaperone at these school dances, and they were just twerking like it was Freak Nick 99 and Uncle Luke and Two Loud Crew was there. Do you understand? And I'm coming through there, I'm busting up they having trains. Do you understand? They dancing in a train where they all grinding their old Kudarak ties and all the penis, all that on each other like, Oh, no, so I'm coming through it. And remember, we just got through talking about hygiene until like it is Thursday. So they was playing Uptown Funk You Up, and I was spraying, coming through there. I didn't care. I ain't care about allergies. I didn't care about none of that. Because, that hygiene was off the chain. Do you understand? And then y'all got the nerve to be grinding and all this extra stuff to the point where I'm looking at their clothing, what they wear every day. Crop tops, little shorts. Back when I was in school, middle school and high school, we could not wear nothing like that. Miss Gordon, boy, she'll send you home with a heartbeat. Mr. Harrison, none of them. All the other principals there was not playing no games. You understand? I came up in a time where your skirt or your dress better be fingertip length. You understand? it's like I said, people are afraid, and then people want to be these children's friends. Nah, I don't play that game. You understand? To where I had a student low-key try to come on to me, a girl, and I'm like, wait a minute, baby, you, first of all, you are a minor, you are a child, and you're saying things to I that is not appropriate and is not cool, and you might want to check that. You understand? Because see, she going through her own sexuality mixed up and whatever was going on. And what was said was that she was telling her friends that her father was molesting her, but then when we asked her, she denied it. So there was nothing that we could do about it, because she said it was not true. But she turned around and had a baby as a teenager, that part. You understand? To where she was out there, to where I had to block her on Facebook, because how are you born in 1980 on your Facebook page? Got breasts and behind, you understand? But I'm born 88, baby. So when I met you, you 12, 13. That means you're lying on Facebook. That means you're lying to the public. You are lying about your age. And then if a person is truly conversing with you, they can tell that you are a child. But people whose mindset, who are all vibrating on a low state, they're just thinking about what they can do for that moment and get in your pants and keep it moving. You understand? So that's why we constantly talk to these children. We show them things like, hey, you are better than whatever it is you're trying to be. You're trying to be like these other people. You better ask my gentleman, what did Miss Ty do when she saw that they were sagging? I made them do wall sits. Period. So that way when they saw I strolling through, they knew, let me keep these pants up, because I told them it's always real men, real gentlemen wear their pants at the waistline. Because remember, if you're sagging, your butt cheeks are hanging out, regardless if you got drawers on. So if you have drawers on, then what's going on? What you're advertising for, right? Like Rick Ross said, hop up in my car, pants sagging with no drawers on, like, what up, Jay? Come on, y'all. What that mean? Advertising. But then when I feel some type of way when somebody speak on it, right? And so then I start seeing it with these phones. Oh, we don't play about them phones and Link. We were not playing no games. I already felt some type of way about that, because back when I was in school, middle school, high school, I didn't get a phone until I was 16 anyway. You understand? All my siblings, we didn't get phones until we were 16. Besides my younger brother, because he's mature, and one of his parents, which is one of my fathers, do not live with him. So therefore, it's a means of communication. He has after-school programs, whatever it is, he needs a ride, whatever. It is not for socializing. It is not to be on Facebook, Snapchat, the gram, all of these extra stuff, right? So I said something about these phones. I said, why do y'all get to have y'all phones out in school? Like, taking pictures, videoing, and a lot of y'all are failing. What is going on? Why aren't you guys as teachers saying anything to y'all? Why the principal's not getting on y'all? But see, what's funny is the staff members were too busy doing other things. Not all of them, but some of them, and they know who they are. On the low, that part. You understand? And so I'm like, yo, y'all come, they already know. And if I see you, you better put some clothes on. Crop tops, half a shorts, half a skirt. And then y'all call yourself having boyfriend, girlfriends, going through that. Like, I having relations, you understand? And y'all having sex in middle school, like that whole thing. Now, when I was back in middle school, there was people having some sex here and there. Like, this one girl said to me, she said, have you ever been high and rode a dude? I said, I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm trying to keep my brother from molesting me. The one thing that I ain't even thinking about is sex. You understand? That part. So while I know too, something had to happen to them for them to enjoy that. You understand? I was not cool with that. You understand? Low key had a staff member when I was in middle school come on to me. But see, we gonna go on, that'll be another bid, that part. You understand? Because remember, while these little girls are dressing like they grown women, there are grown men looking at them. looking at them and not looking at them like, yo, you need to put some clothes on. What's going on with her clothes? They looking at them like, yeah, a little something easy to smash, because guess what? It's something within them that's got them insecurity to mess with a little girl, to mess with a minor, to mess with a little boy, to mess with a whoever, however, whenever. I really feel some type of way about this because here we go. You know, Smith Hill had changed their location to the old Hickman Mills High School building. Alright, cool. So this is supposed to be a middle school, a middle point before they get to high school, before they get to that part of their growth of really becoming young teenagers going into young adulthood. So my brother and my niece, they said when we're in school, we're in class, it really is hard to concentrate because they keep playing this music that they shouldn't be. They're cussing and they are fighting. Every day it's a fight. It's a fight. Sometimes they just say, come on, you want to fight? You want to fight? Which makes sense from that news clip about the young lady who didn't even know the person who was trying to fight her. You understand? See, let's see how I want to go in this order about how I want to jump on this. You understand? Let's start at home, because it starts at home. You parents sit up there and y'all give these children these phones, these devices, these tablets, cameras, or whatever. Giving them too much access. What is a middle schooler doing with the latest iPhone? You understand, the latest of any of those things, and using it as a tool for fun. But not only that, okay, you feel like your child has been doing what they need to do, and you want to get them that. You want to reward them. Okay, whatever, it's cool. I understand. But y'all are not monitoring their phones. How is it that a child can sit up there, can tell you what's the latest this, what's the latest rap song, who's the latest this, what's the latest that? But then they cannot tell you what they learned in school. They cannot tell you what's for homework. They cannot tell you jack. Now, once again, we already know those who are on a whole higher level with this whole 12-step programming with school. We know what it is. We know what it is. We know what it is. But I'm just speaking of the necessity of some of the parents feel that's the place of where they can go for their schooling because they have something they got to do. They have to work jobs, multiple jobs, full-time jobs, whatever the case it is. So I understand. I enter, and overstand. Highly. Know that. So, how is it that these children have these phones and y'all know how, first of all, you know your child. Forget all the shenanigans. While some people, not my child, no, you know your child. The person who you are raising, whether they came from you or not, whatever the case is, whoever the child is that is under your guardianship. That part, right? So, y'all sit up there. Y'all know how they are, but you continue to give them stuff. You continue to give them the avenue or avenues on how to even do the things that they're doing. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here like, okay, so you taking a phone to school. All right, it's people with children with phones that shouldn't even have a phone. I know they shouldn't. All right, cool. So now let's get to the school. The grounds are where they stomp at from the a.m. to a good 3 p.m., wherever the case is. And y'all sitting here and allowing these children to have, y'all the staff, y'all are allowing them to have these phones out. Y'all are allowing them to have these phones. You understand? Y'all are allowing them to get on Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. And how do y'all think they're able to record it? Because they got them freaking phones out all the time. So how are they learning? And then if something's happening and then y'all want to wait to tell the parent, well, y'all are too late. Y'all are allowing it. There's no reason for them to have those phones out. What are they having the phones out for? If the school is supposed to provide all the things that they're supposed to provide for the teacher, or the teacher provided for themselves, for the equipment that they need to teach. You understand? Because I could have sworn they have school laptops, that part. So once again, there is no reason There's no reason to have it out for a calculator, for none of that. There's no excuse, zero excuse, but y'all want to be their friends. Y'all don't want to put them in their place where they're supposed to be. Y'all want to sit up there and be soft. Yeah, I said it, soft, S-O-F-T, soft. You understand? And it's very bothersome because I'm going to start sitting into these classes. I'm going to start sitting in my brother's class and my niece's class and start seeing what's up. Because there's no way that a child should be okay with doing the stuff that they're doing. They should be feeling some type of way to not even do it. Because back when I was in school, you know better than to say something. You know better to be out of line or disrespectful. Disrespectful for those who don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is zero tolerance and it don't make no sense. So and then the clip said that the child who started receiving these threats and the chick that started beginning to fight her, who did not know her, that she recorded a fight and got suspended for recording it. Now, some people recorded, most children recorded because they're going to be like, I was there, I did it, get all these likes and likes and likes and likes and likes and likes. First of all, they shouldn't have social media. Do you understand? I didn't get a Facebook till I was in high school, and that's when they created it. And everybody couldn't just get on Facebook. You had to be invited. Now it's just open freaking season. So now, I know some of them have started recording it because my brother and them was like, they wanted to record it, but they knew they couldn't, but wanted to record it so that we could see what was going on. But see, because of all the abundance and overload of videos from them recording the fights and arguments and everything else with other people recording it, well, now we see. Now it's on the news. Oh, now it's a problem? So the school, y'all don't know what to do? Hickman Mills, y'all don't know what to do? But then y'all talking about suspending the people who are starting the fights. It's not the problem. It's not the solution. Because of the fact that these guys had to have school virtually last year. Oh, so you guys y'all cool with that? Like one of my nephews. My nephew was suspended because a little boy started stuff with him. Because he not only just because he took his stuff, because he put his hands on it. So my nephew was suspended because of that. Just started school. The school didn't start good enough. But then, see, this is the thing. Y'all want to suspend both students. When y'all need to buckle down and suspend the student who started it, or send them to an alternative school. Y'all coming up with this concept of suspending both parties, it's weak and it's old. And when y'all were doing it when we were in school, I felt like it was shenanigan and BS. You understand? I felt like it was very much BS. Because see, guess what? The fight extends outside the school. So of course y'all like, okay, well, it extended out of school. There's nothing we can do. And it goes back to the parents, the family. It takes a village to raise a nation. And y'all ignorant mofos are sitting up there taking the children to meet the other children to fight. You are an antagonizer. What type of example are you showing? You understand? If you're not going to be on some positiveness, positive things, positive love and light, talking to somebody instead of taking somebody to go fight somebody, you need to be sitting out. You need to be sitting in jail too. While the student is suspended, the parent needs to be in jail. How about that? Let's start doing that. Or how about this? And some students start fighting, and they were supposed to be staff members around, but they weren't. They need to be suspended too. How about that? Because see, if we start doing that and start talking on that, then all of a sudden, y'all want to start being on some, wait a minute, no. Let's dock some pay. Start docking pay. How about that? You understand? And then people's tune will be a bit differently. For the people who are scared to say something to these students, you understand? Hey, y'all need to figure it out. You don't have to buck it up, because if your staff members and your principal, the people who are supposed to be backing you, aren't backing you, and clearly you do not feel safe enough and freely enough to chastise the child by talking to them and taking away their phone or whatever the case is, that's an issue. You understand? That is a big issue. Because then what's next? Guns, all snap, here we go. We already got the false flag terrorism going on. So guess what? What's next? They're going to start bringing guns to school. And then innocent people, innocent children being shot. Because 9 out of 10, The child who's gonna bring the gun to school is the one who is scared because of what is going on. You got some that's gonna think they tough, you understand, try to flash a gun, but it's gonna be that student who brings a weapon that is scared for their life because they have no choice but to go to that school because their parent cannot take them to another school district. You understand? And so that may be the child who brings a weapon to school. And then guess what? Y'all want to label them as a troubled child, a terrorist, or whatever the case is. Instead of looking at, damn, let's resolve the problem starting at home and at school. Because see, the staff, whatever you cannot control at home, you can control at school because school is supposed to be their second home.